In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper of this program, the host. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am also, if you didn't know, I am also your soul brother, number 1. I want to thank you for joining me this evening, this spontaneous broadcast. It's one of those where I don't feel like talking, but I want to talk. And as you know, tomorrow is not promised to us. So if I'm given the time, then I should take advantage of the time, because once that time is gone, I can't get it back, and I am not promised more time. You understand? Now, if you're a Christian or a Muslim or some of these other folks, you got all the time in the world to do whatever you want. And it just time fall out the sky. Time has been promised to you, so you think. But in reality, no blade of grass, no moose, no gorilla, no deer. There's nothing that is alive. It is guaranteed that you will be alive tomorrow. So there's an old saying, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. So whether I feel like it or not, I'm going to talk. For black righteous folks home, word up, da-da, that's the, what's that old cameo song? Word up, da-da, it's the cold word. Da na 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 na, cause you know it that big woo, do 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 do. Used to love that song. Cameo. Word up. I don't want to keep you long. And unfortunately, where I'm at, the air conditioning isn't all that great. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this topic and go on about our business. The topic that we chose tonight is stop calling me a flippin' flapping African. Look here. Look here. My name is Taalik Ibn'rad. It is not my birth name. My birth name was something else. In 2007, I decided to change my name legally to Taalik Ibn'rad. Taalik Ibn'rad was a name that I thought of back in the 1980s, 86, 87, somewhere around there. And Taalik Ibn'rad actually was a fictional character that I created, some type of superhero in another universe, some type of knight. I wrote the whole story out. I cannot find it. If I ever find it, I'll share it with you. But it was way back in the 80s, 86 or something like that, I believe, 87. And when I first came to YouTube, I used that name. And then I decided, why not be Taalik Ibn'rad? So in 2007, I did free of charge because of my experience in the legal system. I learned how to file certain papers and whatever. Woo, it is hot in this mug. Don't even have a fan. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna get through this. Need to sweat a little bit. I decided to change my name. So in 2007, I was granted the right legally to use the name Taalik Ibn'rad. And anybody that know me have seen any of my identification, that's what they see. They do not see my birth name. They see Taalik Ibn'rad. There are those who I have sent checks to. It said Taalik Ibn'rad. Did those checks cash? Taalik Ibn'rad's checks cashed. Now, 2007 to 2020 is 13 years, going on 14 years. Now, in the beginning, when you change your name, and the judge asked me, I don't understand, sir. Could you tell the court why you want to change your name there, buddy? I told him because the name that I had was a name forced upon my people associated with slavery, and it was a European name. I am not European. I wanted something more in correlation with who I was. Now, there are those who will say, because they don't know, that Taalik Ibn'rad is a Muslim name. Taalik Ibn'rad is not a Muslim name. You can ask any Arab, you can ask anybody who is fluent in the Arabic language. Taalik Ibn'rad is not an Arabic name. You will not find it there. It is a name that I created myself. out of the Arabic language. It is not an Arabic name. Nobody has a copyright to language. So I did not want to use English. I decided to turn to the other only language I knew because of my involvement in Islam, which was the Arabic language. So I went to the Arabic language to form a new name. And I think that is a good name. Taalik means seeker of knowledge. And Ibn'rad means the son of power or the son of thunder. I think it's a good name. And I get compliments all the time because there is no other Taalik Ibn'rad. I'm the only one. I'm unique. I'm brand new. My creativity come from my brain using the tools that was given to me. I don't want to be, when you talk about John Muhammad, how many John Muhammads are there? And all these other different names or whatever. There's nothing original. There's nothing unique about them. I don't want to be like you. I want to be different. So when you first change your name and your relatives, you tell them, my name is not so-and-so no more. My name is Taalik. So it's new. You give everybody a chance to get used to the new name. Then you have those who have no intent to call you by what you request. If you want me to call you Ding Dong, if you want me to call you Snicker Bar, whatever you want me to call you, whatever you think your name is, I will call that no problem, no big deal. I'm going to respect because that's what you want to be known by. But there are those who have no respect for others. Well, I've known you all your life when you was a little boy. I'm going to still keep calling you by that name. Okay. 13 years later, there's no reason why you calling me by that name. My name, Taalik Ibn'rad, is just as legal as my birth name on my original birth certificate. You have no reason. It's not a name. When you go to Facebook, all these people got all these Kemetic Hebrew names or whatever. They're not legal. They're just some stuff they done made up and they use for Facebook or YouTube or whatever. This is my name. This is my legal name. If you want to sue me, you have to sue Taalik Ibn'rad. You sue me by my birth name and you're not going to get nowhere because that's not me anymore, legally. But again, you have those who have no respect for nobody, so they're going to tell you. And see, this is the thing. You cannot stop nobody from calling you something you don't want to be called. You can't do nothing about that. But what I can do, I can ignore your ass. When you call me by my birth name and I told you what my name is, I don't have to answer to you. I don't have to talk to you. You respect my name or go on about your business. You've had 13 years to call me and get used to my name. Legal name. It's not a joke. That's not the name on your birth certificate. It is now because the birth certificate was changed. Now what you gonna say? All of it was changed. When we change our names, they say that we dishonor our parents, our grandfathers and mothers. They were slaves. They were given names that did not belong to them. and you still carry names that don't belong to you. And even when we choose names, a lot of these names don't belong to us. They belong to the people in Kemet. You're not from Kemet. You're not from nowhere in Africa. You're not a Native American. You ain't come from nowhere. You're getting these names from other people. And you adopt them. There's nothing original. These names do not relate to you. The name that you make mockery of, the name that you don't want, is the name that y'all call ghetto names. When our sisters and brothers make up their own names for their children. And these names can only be affiliated with this family. This is where it comes from. And this is the purpose of a name, to affiliate you with a family. So when you're John Muhammad, you're looking at the Arabs. When you look at it, when you call yourself some type of Hebrew name, you're looking at the Middle East somewhere. That's not you. As soon as you said Shaniqua or one of these other so-called ghetto names, I don't keep up with a lot of these names, whatever. But as soon as you hear these names, they are in the family of the so-called Negro, the Black American, the colored, the African American. It's us. And that's what I want. Something affiliate, something I can call my own. I don't want these people's leftovers. I don't want your damn name. You're not me. I'm original. I'm creative. I'm brand new, and I'm loving it. You want your slave name? That's your business. You don't care? That's your business. I don't have to answer you. So if you don't respect my name, just go on about your business. 13 years, more than enough time to call me by my name. So now, it gets worse. You run into these people, and they tell you, you look like an African. You are African. Here we go. Or you are Aboriginal, or you are Hebrew, whatever it is. We're talking about African tonight. It could easily be Hebrew or Kemetic or whatever. You are African. Now, you tell these dumbasses, well, you see, I know you're African. I done my research. I got the information. I don't give a damn what you got. You got that for you. Your research and your information don't mean a damn thing to me, because my research, my information draws another conclusion, and I'm not interested in what you're talking about. I know about that African stuff. They act like they talk about something new. We've been hearing about Kunta Kinte and Africa and all that stuff for decades and years, Nation of Islam teachings. Nobody interested. You want to be a damn African, you go do that. It's foreign to us. That's our first problem. It's foreign. You might as well try to make us Chinese. The same way you trying to make us African, you might as well try to make us Chinese, because really it's the same. Basically, it's the same thing. It's foreign to us. And we hear it, we understand. We know we're not Chinese. We know that we're not European. And we also know that we are related. We know that we have some kind of kinship to African people and other melanated people, but we're not them. My people was born in the United States of America. They were not born in Africa. Don't know nothing about it. Don't want to know nothing about it. Every family reunion I ever went to, I heard nobody talk about African pride. I want to be an African and all this stuff. Nobody interested in that. You are an American. You was born here. We've been here going on 500 years. Nobody. If we're going to be Africans, it's going to be a 500-year long process. And you trying to get people, it's like people that don't know how to swim, you just want to throw them in the water. That's not how things work. It's foreign. And then the people that's talking about we are African, you don't see them try to be African. They speak no language. They don't try to dress like no African. They don't look like no Africans. They don't sound like no Africans. They cuss, they profane, they nasty, they vulgar like any other Negro on the street. Then you're going to turn around and tell me you're African. Why don't you be an example of what that is? Maybe I might want to try to be the African. Show me what that is. Be an example of it. All I see is a Negro telling me I'm an African. A niggerette telling me that I'm African. That's all I see. I don't see no African. How you gonna tell me to be an African and you're not trying to be some African? And it's always African. They never specify a non-specified African. Just be any of them that you want to be. Don't make any sense. That's not how it goes. Which African do you want to be? Choose one and then be that African. You're not going to choose none of them. You're going to stay a Negro and you're going to die a Negro. You're going to die African American, a colored, a Negro, or whatever it is. You're not going to die no African. And even if you went over to Africa and you live, they're going to bury you. This was an American, a Negro that came from America. You're not going to be laid down to rest as no African. You're a foreigner. It's foreign. So you tell them and you give them your reasons. I'm not Aboriginal. I'm not an African. And you tell people and you try to be nice about it. But see, these damn fools, these pompous, self-righteous, arrogant Negroes, they want to keep pushing you, then you got to get nasty. Get the F out my face. Just like the people that don't want to call me Taalik Ibn'rad, I have to get nasty with them. That's the only way they understand. Not no damn African. You want to be African? That's your business. Be that, be proud, black power, hotep, and all that kind of stuff. I'm happy for you. Don't tell me who and what I am. Oh, this is one of the favorite things they like to say. You a self-hater. Who is this self that I'm hating? The Kemetic? The Moor, the Hebrew? The black Muslim? What the tribe of Shabbat? What is this self that I'm hating? What is this self? They never explain. What is this self? According to who? Oh, your research and your understanding and your information. Yeah, right. Okay. According to your opinion. I'm self-hating. And I don't even know what self that I'm hating. Which one is it? And then they argue and fight amongst each other because they don't even really know who the self is. Have no respect for other people. You think they think they can force their, just like Christianity, just like these religions, they think they can force their crap on people. Now, a long time ago, people like me, I would be ostracized. I would be murdered for rejecting God. Those days are not here right now. Now, you coming to power is a whole different ball game, but you're not into power. So I'm not worried about you trying to force a damn thing on me. You try to force something on me, you're going to get some pushback. I don't want to be those things. The Honorable Frederick Douglass said and made the statement, the American black people, or the Negro, is a product of chattel slavery, a brand new, unique people. That's what he said, 270 years after slavery. That's what I want. I want to be brand new. I want to be unique. I want to be original. Unfortunately, how all this happened, I have no control over, but I love it. There was a time, and I'm gonna conclude with that, man. It is hotter than a mug. I should have got a fan or something like that, but like I said, I want to sweat a little bit. They say that it's good to sweat a little bit. Show that you're a little healthy too when you can sweat. But there was a time when a woman got pregnant, and it was exciting for the husband. It was exciting for grandma, grandpa, and the cousins. Hey, y'all, Khadijah pregnant. That was good news. Throughout the whole family, you getting on the phone, calling New York and LA and wherever the relatives is. Hey, Khadijah pregnant. That was a very exciting time because a baby represents that which is new, that which is original. Because all of us, we are original. Once we are gone, there's no copy. That's it. So you have a baby come into being, and there's excitement because something new is coming into the family. Now, there might be a little jealousy among the younger children because now they won't be the new. They won't be the original anymore. They might be a little jealousy. And sometimes there's not. They waiting on the new baby. And when that baby is born, people are so excited. They bring the mama gifts. Congratulations to the mother and father. And it's just a happy time. Now, of course, in our day and time, we don't really care about our children like that no more. We don't have a family unit like that no more. We just spit babies out like rabbits. There is no excitement. A baby born, so-and-so just had a baby. Okay, thanks for telling me. There's no excitement. Take that baby and join with the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that you already got. The baby means nothing. But there was a time when new life, it was exciting. And the baby might look like great-great-great-grandfather who's no longer here. The baby might look like great-great-great-grandmama who's no longer here. But the baby is who they are, new and original. It makes no difference if I look like an African, whatever African you want me to be. I'm not African. That little baby is not the grandmama reborn. That little baby is not the great-grandfather reborn. The little baby is who the little baby is. It's my turn. It's my turn. These people want me to be an African. They want me to be an Aboriginal. They want me to be these people of the past. I don't want to go back into the past. I don't want to go back into the womb. I want to come out the womb into a brand new world. I'm new. I'm original. I'm unique. And here we are, a brand new people, and we're not even excited about ourselves because you got a group of wackos, you got a group of silly folks that's taking you backwards 5,000, 2,000, 1,000, 100 years back into time instead of you coming out the womb and now you are brand new learning about yourself. So when the baby come out the womb And as the baby begins to mature, the baby starts putting things in his or her mouth, exploring, flexing the muscles, crawling, exploring the new environment. That baby's learning its new environment. It's slowly coming into him or herself. This baby is brand new. The baby will be influenced by those who are already here, by mother and father and cousins and everybody here. But this baby is new. This baby, like James Brown said, I'm getting up, getting ready to do my thing. This is my time. Whatever the Africans was doing, that's fine and dandy. Whatever the Native Americans was doing, that's fine and dandy. But this is our time. This is your time to shine. This is you. Find out who you are. You talk about self-hating. These Negroes, these people who want you to be African and Aboriginal, they are the real self-haters because they trying to copy and be somebody they never was. You're not no African. You're not no Aboriginal. You're not from Kemet. You're not no Hebrew Israelite. You're not no more. You're none of that stuff. Trying to be something that you're not. Going backwards when you should be moving forward. Taking other people's hand-me-down religion. If I need a religion, if I want a God, I'll create and get my own God like they done. I would suggest to us, leave the religion, spirituality, and that God crap alone. But if you need a God, create your own God. Well, you're not connected to nobody. You got to be connected to something. I don't have to be connected to nothing except life. They had their turn. This is my turn. This is what I do. I want to be brand new. I don't want to be no dusty Negro. Africans and Aboriginal. They had their turn. They had their place in the sun. They had their shine. And now you have witnessed their fall. And as the Caucasian have been in the sunlight, got their shine, they will fall. So when when the Caucasian people start falling, where you and I going to be? You're going to be on the bottom unless you find yourself and make a place for yourself. You trying to make a place for other folks. I'm going to Africa. I'm going to build me a teepee in Arizona or whatever's going on in y'all head. Living fantasy and fiction and make-believe world. I don't want to be that. I want to be brand new. This is not to say that I cannot take things from Africans or Aboriginal. That's not what I'm saying. You can buy a brand new car, and I guarantee you that car has recycled materials in it. Old stuff, recycled. But the car is new. There's nothing wrong with that. A brand new car, you got things from recycled from other old cars or whatever, but the car is brand new. Now, the sad thing about it, if you went to the car lot and you can afford it, you don't want a used car. You don't want a pre-owned car. You really want a new car. Something somebody else never had. Let me set it and get out of here. When you go to the car lot, if you can afford it, you don't want a used car. You don't want a pre-owned car. You want a car nobody else has ever had. If you're a man and you're a good man, you're not a whoremonger, you know you living right or whatever, you want a good woman. You want a woman that's a virgin. somebody nobody else had. So what's wrong with me wanting to be new? Express myself as something nobody else has ever seen, something nobody else has ever had. You want me to drive a pre-owned African car, a pre-owned Aboriginal Comedic, all this used 5,000, 2,000, 1,000, 100-year-old stuff that y'all done dug out the ground. Most of the stuff that y'all talk about come from ancient graves. You grave robbers. You go out and you talk about the hieroglyphics and whatever, and what people done dug up into the earth. Grave robbers. I don't want to be associated with disturbing the burial sites of those who long deceased. There's no need for me to do that. I'm brand new. I can get up and do my thing. I'm not an African. You respect that, or are you going to get some feedback? You're going to get some pushback. Go on about your business. Whenever anybody tell you something, if somebody tell me they're a Christian, I'm not going to keep telling them, well, you know you're not a Christian. Jesus never existed. I'm going to tell you my feelings and roll out. Leave them alone. They told you what they are. Now, also, this does not mean, and you have the right to talk about people that reject their African. Go ahead, but don't tell it to me. I already told you my position. Don't tell it to me. You have the right. Make all the video. This Negro here, he reject his African side. Make all the video. Don't come to me. Don't talk to me about it. You have the right to do that. It's all good. And actually, we can get along. It don't make no difference, but I'm telling you what I am. Don't tell me who and what I am. I'm not telling you who and what you are. You want to be an African? Go ahead. You want to be an African Negro because that's all you're going to be is an African Negro. You're going to die right here in America. You're going to live right here in America. You're not going to know Africa. So stop faking the funk. Be an example. If you telling people be an Aboriginal or a Hebrew, be an example. Show us what this stuff look like. And when we see your example, people might say, I think I want to be an African, whatever, unspecified African, Aboriginal, whatever the hell y'all trying to be. Not no African. So on that note, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Legend of Reality says Africans are not locked up in American jails and prison system. You don't see a lot of them. I mean, they do. They do get caught up in some situations with the police and whatever. But you don't see them, like Legend of Reality says, they're not locked up in American jails and the prison system. They're not locked up like that. Or some of these other folks that's here. Also, if necessary, they can go home. You are African, you claim, but you can't go home. These people can go back to Ghana, Somalia, or to the Congo, or Ethiopia, wherever they come from. They can catch a plane, boat, whatever, and go back. You are African. Where you gonna go? I was just getting ready to get off the air. I got somebody here. Let them join me real quick. I got the MD-20 on board. I'll just get ready.
Brother Angel Snuff Family, how you doing?
How you doing there, MD?
You may remember me. You know, I post a lot on your videos sometimes. You may remember me. I still want my debate. ADOS versus the Mississippi campaign. When can we schedule that, brother?
Well, I don't know. I'm going through some stuff here. It's gonna be a little while here, so I can't. Matter of fact, probably July, August, September, probably.
No problem. No problem, brother. I mean, at any point in time, you know, we can have a discussion.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I admire you. I admire your intelligence, your way of thinking. And I just want to get on and tell you that real quick.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, as far as thought process, we're both in the same. The only difference that I think we have is the Mississippi campaign and the way we're going about it in terms of our thought process and where we are as African citizen slaves on how to get there. But like I said, you know, I know you're about to jump off. I see you hot in your room or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? It's all good. You know, I'm on my truck right now, so hell, I might even see you on the highway one day, bro.
Right. Well, I got a little time. I mean, you can roll. I mean, you can take over you know, you can talk if you want to. I just, you know, it's the show. The platform is yours. It don't make me no difference. I got the time. I mean, if you want to talk.
I mean, no. I mean, you know, I'm gonna let you, because, you know, I'm about to go in here and take me a shower and get ready to go.
Okay.
You know, the hit the sack. So
okay,
I just wanted to jump on real quick. But like I said, brother, you know, I'm always available. I'm always watch every video you drop. I watch.
Yes.
So
sir.
you know what I mean. I'm also I think I got you on Facebook as well.
Okay.
So like I said, we can always communicate, brother. It ain't no problem. I just wanted to touch bases with you and you know what I mean. Just let you know that I enjoy what you do.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, you're definitely an inspiration as far as the people that's here in America having done skin citizen slave. Like that don't get talked about enough.
Yes, sir.
On the social media platform. So
yes, sir.
I just wanted to say, you know, I commend you for that, bro.
Yes, sir. I want to say too that as far as ADOS is concerned and the Mississippi campaign is very flexible. I think they can combine and be one, because I want the same thing. It's just the strategy of how we need to go about that. Well, we already know that voting and asking these peckerwoods, you're not gonna get nowhere with that. It's just not gonna do it. We're gonna have to be a little bit more slick and we're gonna have to be a little bit more slick with what we do and just take what we deserve. And I really can't explain. Yes, I can. People cannot comprehend. Since you know that your enemy is not going to give you what you want like that, then you need to. Oh, we got Alquan.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up there, Alquan?
All praises to the most honorable.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, so it's good to see Alquan. Hard code, Alquan.
Keep on.
We just, you know, all these ideas, I think we can just wrap them up in one. You know, we can come together and just put it all under one umbrella and then push forward, because I'm not arguing with ADOS. I'm not arguing with Brother Alquan. I'm not arguing. What I'm saying is that we need to come together and push this under one umbrella. Whatever Alquan wants to do, whatever, we need to be able to push that as one and move forward. Whatever ADOS wants to do, we need to push it and move forward as one. All of it has to be moved forward as one. Me moving separately, Brother MD20 moving separately, Alquan moving separately, we're not gonna be able to do anything. That's just that simple. We're not gonna be able to move. Everybody moving in different directions, having different purposes and goals. If it took, see, our leaders are not serious about anything, because our leaders could easily have a summit, and it don't make no difference whether you like nobody or not. It's not about liking. See, that's another thing. People think you got to like somebody. It's not about liking somebody. This is about your survival. You know, when you are in a building and the house is on fire, it's not about do you like that firefighter. You don't care. I just want to get the hell out this damn building. You know, you ain't worried about the firefighter who's coming. Is that a white man say? I don't want to be saved by no one. Ain't nobody thinking about no. Even the most racist Caucasian, when he caught up in a building, he ain't thinking about is a black firefighter gonna save me? Or ain't nobody get me out this damn fire.
Right.
So our people, we should be able to come together. I don't care if the summit lasts. Go into a room, order takeout or whatever it is. Nobody leave. Take showers. Put showers in there so you can go take a shower, and y'all talk and you talk and talk. And you come out with a plan. This is how we gonna move. We gonna move together. We gonna move this way first. What ADOS recommend? We're gonna move this way. Mississippi campaign suggests we're gonna move this way. When we get to this point, we're going to move the way Brother Alquan thinks that we should move, and that's what we're moving as one.
Well, the thing is, with ADOS is the ultimate link when it comes to individualism versus a group collective. My question would be to you, since we having a discussion on it, we clearly see how ADOS is a group collective effort. In my opinion, I don't see the group collective effort in the Mississippi campaign. See, I'm one that studies Garvey, Booker T. Washington versus Du Bois, the talented Tim versus Stem. That's my thing. That's where I try to correlate things in this so-called black community, right? When I look at the Mississippi campaign, I look at it as many of brother. I believe you're from St. Louis. St. Louis has a lot of black leaders in government. I'm from Atlanta. Atlanta definitely has a lot of black leaders in government. Throughout the years, no matter where you go, whether it be DC, Atlanta, St. Louis area, Baltimore, you see the corruption. You see the out niggatry within black government. When it comes to the Mississippi campaign, the major problem what I see when it comes to the Mississippi campaign is you say put people in the room. We have to have elected officials in that room representing us. The problem is because we're not coming in as ADOS and we're not coming in as a group collective asking for the reparation that'll put all of us, not just you, not just the mayor of your town, not just the councilman in your district, but everybody on an equal playing field when it comes to economic, and the economic growth is going to give you political growth. So that means everybody in your community is going to have a say-so because we got the money in our pockets to have that say-so. Just like the Jews in their community got, just like all your international districts in every other city, like your Chinatown, like your Little Mex, wherever you go, their money is what rules the land. I'm not saying that the Mississippi campaign doesn't represent that aspect. What I'm saying is the Mississippi campaign represents the individual aspect of me putting my money into a pot for another person to talk for me. Whereas ADOS puts everybody's money in one pot, and we are the ultimate solution. And we are talking group economics that's going to equal power in our community. That's our difference, brother. And that's my thing of saying having a discussion with ADOS and the Mississippi campaign. So explain to me how the Mississippi campaign is talking to us in a group collective. Explain it to me, brother.
Well, first of all, the Mississippi campaign has always been group collective. I always talk from a group standpoint. You never hear me say, well, you never hear me say that. I said, we as a team, we move forward as a group. It's always been a team effort. It ain't about me. Because if it was about me, I can move by myself. I don't need you. I don't need nobody. As an individual, I don't need nobody. I can move by myself. Mississippi campaign is too high, too too big of a project for me as an individual to do. So it has to be a group effort. I bring my suggestions and my advice, no more, no less. Me, you don't even have to even say my name. Just do what's required, and move forward. You don't even have to mention my name. As long as the job get done, I do not care. It's not about me. The Mississippi campaign was an activity that was inspired by what our ancestors was doing after the Civil War. They was already doing it.
That's I agree.
Yeah, they was already doing it anyway. They was already putting themselves in positions of power after the Civil War. They already was the majority of the population. They already had successful businesses. They was already up in government. They was already doing these things. And that's the reason why they had to form the Ku Klux Klan and these other organizations to stop it. Go ahead. So now here we are in 2020. We are in a position to do what they couldn't do. And I suggest the state of Mississippi, because it's a poverty-stricken state, nobody really paying no attention to it. You can make your moves in there. And see, we boast about certain things. We gods, and we so smart, and we so intelligent. Well, here's your opportunity. Take control of a state. And when you take control of the state, you automatically get your reparations, because you take control of the state, you run the governor's house, you run all these towns and cities in this state. That means you also control the federal funds that come to this state. That means you control the National Guard. That means you control the public school system. You automatically control all of this. Now, say for instance, if for some reason the United States government said, because of Mississippi, we're not going to give you those funds, whatever. See, the burden is on us. We claim that the Mississippi campaign, it has to be a national effort, because we need the finance and the strength of all the brothers and sisters in all the 48 states in order to make this one spot powerful enough to build this heart, so that you can build, so that this heart, from this starting point, now you can, if you can get yourself together here, then you can reach out to California and New York, and then you can put yourself in a position, because now you are successful and have done it. Now you can look at, it's like a battle strategy. It's like a general looking at, okay, I'm finna take over this land. I need to take over this thing here. So now you took control of Mississippi. Now you want to take Alabama, or you want to take Georgia, or whatever the other chosen target that you want to do, because we already set up for it. We just got to do it.
Okay, so here's where I'm gonna give you pushback. When it comes to us taking over, let's say we're successful in taking over that land. We're inheriting the same problems economically, which trickles down to morality, which trickles down to poverty, which trickles down just how we act in our own neighborhoods right now. All that is going to be inherited within the Mississippi campaign. Absolutely. Now, you may say, well, because we own it, we're going to create jobs for our people. This, that. I agree, but again, it's only a certain amount of people that can take ability and take advantage of those opportunities. It's not going to be everybody. So basically, within that system, even though it's all, let's just say it's utopian system, it's all black people for all black people, for ADOS, you know what I'm saying? Slaves in America, born in America, have dark skin, the way you say it.
Mm-hmm.
We still, because the main issue still hasn't been addressed, which is total equality for the descendants of slaves in America, because of the work that our ancestors put in. We're still putting the caste system in your system. So even though we're in the Mississippi campaign, it was a successful campaign. We got the land. We're able to do whatever we need to do with it. One, there's ultimately going to be somebody that's going to have to represent us, right? Meaning whether it be a governor, a councilman, whoever's the quote unquote spokesman for us that's going to talk to the outside world, right?
Right.
That's going to be the person that everybody's going to look at there, because you're still in the caste system, because you still got poor people. It's going to be looked at as a talented Tim situation. If you know anything about W.E.B. Du Bois and his talented Tim theory, it's still going to be that situation. And it's still going to be violence therefore after, because you still going to have niggas that still ain't got nothing, that's trying to get something. It's not going to stop just because we have our own land. If we don't have the economic stability throughout the entire system in total, it's always going to be there. When it comes to ADOS, yes, we're asking for some type of monetary, I guess you would say, we want what's owed to us, basically, from our descendants, giving us an equal playing field on whatever America has going on at this particular time. That's where ADOS stands. Now, when I say monetary, it doesn't have to be certain. It doesn't have to be cash. Monetary could be, like you said, the Mississippi campaign. That's gonna give us, but it's gonna be on an equal playing field for everyone. You know what I mean? It's when I say, okay, if you go to New York, to any one of those Orthodox, I believe Alcorn lives in New York. Go to one of those Orthodox neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Tell me who's the leader of that Orthodox neighborhood, and I'll wait. You know what I mean? And you're probably going to come back, and you're going to say, well, hell, the whole damn neighborhood's the leader. Because they all have equal playing field on how they operate that one particular neighborhood. Now, we're just talking about one neighborhood, let alone a whole state. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is the way it is in the Jewish areas and the Asian areas. Asian areas in New York are clean as hell. And when you come through, they're looking at you like, what you doing around here? You know?
and like you're gonna have that one guy that may be the mouthpiece, but when it comes to the operation of that neighborhood as a whole, it's the neighborhood that controls it. You know what I mean? Nothing moves if one of those cogs are rusty or removed. It doesn't move. You know what I mean? Whereas in the black community, the Reverend Dr. Pork Chop Neck Bone Senior, you know what I'm saying? He's the end all be all on whatever's going on in the black community. Where you didn't go to grandmama's house and see what she needed. You know what I'm saying? Or you didn't go to the street and see why is this happening in this one part of the neighborhood. As long as Pastor Pork Chop said what the issue is, that's what everybody in the city goes on. You see that everywhere in the black community, no matter where you go in America. That's the issue that I see permeates with the Mississippi campaign and where ADOS stands in terms of having a full control. Now, I understand that you said it's a group collective there, but the group collective has to come from the base root where I said economic power equal among all parts, building up upon political power. You know what I mean? Just like Dr. Clark Anderson said in Powernomics, there's a pyramid. You know what I mean? Economics may be the base point that builds on everything else. With political power, you have to have economic power. You know what I mean? We all have to go in and say, I mean, that goes for anything. We can say right now, hey, Mr. Joe Biden, this is what we want in exchange for our vote. You know what I mean? He go, okay, so what y'all niggas gonna give me to say that this what y'all want? You know what I mean? If we come with our dollars collectively and come with a set of demands, just like anybody else would in any other community across America, then we have a say-so on whatever we need in our community. That's not necessarily to say that the Mississippi campaign is still not needed, but we got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you don't mind, can I address something that was said a little earlier in regards to the meeting and the everybody being on the same accord?
Mm-hmm.
that's all good and well, but you know, realistically, everybody can't be, because everybody has different religions, different backgrounds, different aims and goals. It's kind of like the military. You got the Air Force, Marines, Navy. They do their specialized parts of the military, but they're all fighting one campaign. But people focusing on different things. So, you know, I think that's been the problem with Black Americans or Black people, period. Everybody's been trying to be the one united. There's never one, whether it's even a country that's an Islamic country or Christian country. It's no matter what the country is, they're never all Buddhist, Christian, Muslim. They're never all that. That may be the government might be controlling that and saying this is the way it is, but that's not the way it is. So that's why I think it's good for people to do what they do. However they get there, they get there. You know what I mean? And if people are smart and they respect other people's ideas, then they'll join in if it's working. You know, the ADOS thing, that's a good uniter. Me, I try to point out what's going wrong and why we're having a hard time getting together, and that's because we got to deal with other people who we think are our people infiltrating our world, which is the Caribbeans.
I feel you on that.
And a lot of people they don't really think about that, because they keep seeing, okay, well, they're Black, they're calling themselves Black. Oh man, I feel happy that people from other countries are trying to, you know, come with us. But yet, you know, a lot of these people, their main thing is Egypt and ancient Egypt. Nobody has time for that. The Freemasonry stuff, that's a distraction, as we can see with people like Farrakhan. You know, now that some people are starting to bring that out, now all of a sudden people are understanding why the man has been stagnant, never got anything done, because he's beholden to somebody else. And that somebody else is the devil he keeps talking about.
Right. Yeah, I feel you on that. That's why, you know, that's why I salute Brother Taalik, because he brings it home that, hey, look, the religions, the other countries like Kemet, you know what I'm saying? I was once a Hebrew, and I still go by some of the tenets of the Hebrew Israelites in terms of how I live my life. But in terms of who I am in America, that's what's important. And I think a lot of people have to put that into account when it comes to politics here in America. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna, you have to have something that represents you. Black is not gonna represent you. You know what I'm saying? African is not gonna represent you, because what's that? You know what I'm saying? So we have to have something that's gonna represent us here in the country. Jew is being represented. Hell, now Latino, Hispanic is being represented. Even more of a priority for them over us. You know what I'm saying? Black is like, I can come over here fresh off the boat and, you know what I'm saying, with my doctor's degree, working at some hospital and be in that same category. That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to have something that distinctively represents us here in this country. You know what I mean? That's why I choose ADOS. You know what I mean? Like I said, how my brother Taalik say, descendants of slaves, born in America, having dark skin, however you want to say it. But it's got to be something that represents us here in this country, that's going to distinctly differentiate us from a Caribbean, from an African, right? You know what I mean? From a brother from the UK. Like, you can't bulk us all up in one. It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? I was born here in this country. I'm American. You know what I mean? If I chose it or not, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first step. We have to have something that identifies us here in America. That's the first step. Second step, we have to either if it's through reparations or if it's through a group collective economically, and what I mean by that is buying politicians. We have, us as Black people, we got to have a lobbyist group here. All the other communities have lobbyist groups that basically buy politicians. We don't have that. The Congressional Black Caucus is not a lobbyist group. It's a nigga group. You know what I mean? What's the other one? 100 Black Men. That's not a lobbyist group. You know what I mean? We have to have something in this country here that's going to put our money to the test when it comes to these politicians. Because that's the only way that you're going to win. You got to bind. You know what I mean? Or you have to have a guy like Trump that's going to play to your ideals. You know what I mean? When Obama was in office, the reason Trump got in office was because the people who were deprived during the Obama era voted for a person that distinctively represented their ideal. That's how you play politics. Trump is not a politician, first and foremost. Trump is a player, but he's not a politician. Trump came in and said, hey, I can be president in 2016 or whatever. When did he go? Was it 2016? Yeah, 2016. It's a whole bunch of people in this country that felt just heartbroken when Obama got in office, particularly the crackers that are racist in mindset. And Trump played it. He played his part. And then he's the president of the United States for it. You know what I mean? And he's going to continue to play it until they throw his ass out. We've been deprived for hell, hundreds of years. But nobody's going to play to our position because we're the lowest on the totem pole. That's where your economic value comes into play. If our economic value meant anything to any of the politicians in America, we would have a say so. But because we deal in individualism, because we deal in making our celebrities and our athletes idols, you know what I'm saying? We're never going to have it. That's the basis. That's the cornerstone of ADO. Hell, that's the cornerstone of the Mississippi campaign. The only difference that I see, like I said, is the representation. That's the only difference. Basically, ADO's Mississippi campaign is one and the same. My only difference is the representation. So, once again, the economic power that we have as a people is going to dictate how we move in a political fashion. Whether it be taking over, like whatever you want. I don't care what you want to do. If you don't have the economic power behind it, it's not going to work. So once again, these black groups, 100 Black Men, Congressional Black, it's nothing. Whereas you got the what's that one group called? I can't remember the name.
I know you ain't talking about Black Lives Matter, right?
No. ADL, Anti-Defamation League. That was supposed to be built for us, mind you, is a Jewish-backed group, right? They just got rid of Nick Cannon. They just got rid of, and Anti-Defamation League put that in place. So that's how you make moves. Why did Anti-Defamation put that? Because the Jews ain't trying to hear that. You want this money that I got?
Right.
Get them up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of power that I'm talking about politically. But y'all go ahead.
Yeah, man. The Cannon thing, once he's in the poorhouse, that's when I believe a lot of this Hollywood shenanigans. You know how I feel about that kind of stuff. But yeah, let me just quickly touch on that because I heard you talking about that young Pharaoh and his lawsuit. Let me just get on that real quick because you did hit some points, like when he showed that 100 G's. It's like Nasheed and these other guys how he kind of wants to say, "See how much money I collected? 100 G's." And then he had the nerve to say, "Well, I got 89,000. I put the rest in." But that's a bunch of BS. Come on.
Right.
What rest do you need to put in? It's like that's what they do. They get the money and throw it right in your face. Yeah. And he's like, it's all going towards the lawsuit. Now damn well a man is not letting 100 G's come through his hands just to give it up to some attorney. And the end result, if he wins, is we're not going to take down your YouTube channel anymore, and we're going to let you collect all the super chats. Even if he kept getting paid that much money off his YouTube channel and the super chats, that 100 G's, you ain't giving that. Come on, it's going to be hard to get that 100 G's, even with all his numbers. So my man is pulling a fast one, and that's how they collect it. It's like I saw
a video real quick. I saw a video where I don't know how true it is, but they said that Pharaoh's supposed to be actually the work he's getting done is pro bono. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like as far as the money go, it is what it is. Like we see dumbassery every day when it comes to people donating. So it ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? I mean, didn't Sinetta just buy like a spot for a store? Like, why would I? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't get into stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to support somebody, that's all well and good. But
Pharaoh was smart because he did it at the peak of emotion. That's when they try to get you.
Yeah,
kicking your emotions. Oh man, YouTube is messing around, the deep state, all this kind of stuff. They're trying to shut Pharaoh down. Oh hell, I'm pissed off. Let me donate, and he got that money.
Yeah. He's definitely tapping into an audience that a lot of people ain't really looking at right now. Like I call young Pharaoh the what's that guy's name?
Umar Johnson?
No, the white guy used to be on YouTube, got kicked off.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, I call him the Black Alex Jones. That's what I call him. You know what I'm saying? Because he tapping into that audience.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, hell, it's to the point now where young Pharaoh getting interviewed by white folks.
Yeah, he's all out for the money.
Yeah. So
for black people,
I mean, you might well say it's a wrap for him. I mean, it is what it is. You can't. Like, it's to the point where you can't even knock him no more.
Yeah,
because he got his audience, and it's a specific audience. You saying, you know, and he ain't backtracking from nothing, you know. So
he sees how much money there is to be made. He's like, damn, he got that quick 100 G's, and he said on top of that, he got the 100 G's, and he said, I still need more.
Yeah, I'm talking about
I mean, yeah. I saw the thing. He said he got it from like about 2,500 donors. So
I mean, well, I saw a video. Who was that guy? I forget the guy's name, but he was saying that he had the footage where Pharaoh was talking about whoever the lawyer team or something about pro bono work, and so I don't know how true that is. It really don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Could be. I mean, even if let's say, which is unlikely though, but if you get if he got a hookup with somebody, but if you get a lawyer and they take a third afterwards, I mean, what's he really doing out of it? All he's really getting out of it is the right to keep his videos up, which in a sense to help other people, maybe, unless they just specify it to him, you know, but he just wants his income. See, he's another one who lied and said his income. He had, you know how it is with the Zaza Alis and all these other people. Well, I got businesses, you know, I don't need YouTube. Yeah. But then every time their channel going down, they're crying because they know that money is going. So where else could he get 100 G's at if it's not on YouTube? Because his website ain't popping like that.
No. He complained about that in the video. He said, "Well, y'all need to come to the website because you know but you don't support the website." I don't know what it is. These people, no matter how popular they are, even the Nation of Islam, all these people get more attention on YouTube than their own websites. They won't go talk to the buyer. Can't do it. They won't go to his.
The reason that they say stuff like that is because the money is direct, whereas YouTube, you know, they gotta mess with a middleman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at this point, a lot of dudes saying, "Hey, don't super chat me. Don't none of that. Just here's my cash app."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So like it's more of a direct line, so to speak.
Yeah, direct line to that money. That's why Pharaoh was like, "Here's the cash app. I don't normally ask for it, but here's my cash app."
Yeah,
right.
I don't want to cut Google in, so go to my website.
The same thing with other people whose names I won't mention because I was on this show once, even though I don't think we're friendly. But you know, the guy who likes that the Korean cars, you know what I mean? the Genesis, you know. He said, I don't ask for the Cash App. I don't need your money. I'm doing well. I own properties and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
listen, here's the Cash App. If you want me to do certain things, man, you gotta hit that Cash App up. You know.
I know what you're talking about.
Let's stop bullshitting there.
Yeah, the funny guy.
Yeah, well, supposedly, yeah.
Oh, the funny guy. I got you now. I don't need all that. I got businesses and I got these houses and I got but here's my Cash App, y'all. You can hit me up, you know.
I mean, let's not play games. They see the money flowing in,
right?
They're like, God damn it, I want more and more and more. Even if I don't need it.
Yeah.
Now that's why I don't like the fact that Pharaoh showed that 100 G's, because now you know the Tariq Nasheeds, the Umar Johnsons, they're going crazy now. They're like, God damn, he got 100 G's. I got to get some of that.
Yeah.
Have collected what, 2 million more or whatever. He done.
So he says, my man looking pretty raggedy these days, man.
Yeah, Umar Johnson, man, he look like he down in the dumps. I don't know exactly what's going on with him, but like even about the videos that he makes, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a call for help or something. Yeah, I don't know what you know what I'm saying? Like, he be going crazy on some of these videos that he makes. Yeah,
that last one with the backpack, I'm like, damn, the guy's walking around. I guess that was Wilmington, and I said, damn, you know, that's supposed to be a dangerous area. And he didn't have his car and stuff. I'm like, he's always outside of the building, never on the inside.
Yeah. or making videos in the car.
Yeah, he said the fire happened. Then he took down the picture, but he never showed the video of the fire. I know when I had a fire years ago, I had a camcorder, broke that camcorder out. Matter of fact, still got the footage. Might throw it up one day. And you know, because that's the first thing you got to do for insurance and, you know, archival purposes.
Yeah, right.
You know, he didn't even want to show us, but he took down the picture. I knew that picture was a fake picture. Everybody did. That's why he took that down. But at the very least, I said, okay, well, maybe he's trying to pull an insurance scam. But I guess it seems that's better than trying to pull somebody try to burn the thing down, give me some more money scam, you know?
But you know what though, like all in all, when it comes to Umar, man, I think somewhere in the back in the back of his heart, he is sincere. You know what I'm saying? I just think he got caught up.
I do too.
Like I think he wrote a check that his ass couldn't cash back. You know what I'm saying? With the whole Marcus Garvey. You know what I'm saying? It was too big of a dream for him. And when the people supported it, he was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And the money was coming in, and like I think he, you know what I'm saying, it just got too big for his britches. And now you see where he at now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that he spent all the money. I don't think that he had. That's just me. I don't know.
Sums up, man. I think he emulated the Marcus Garvey ship thing. Go back to Africa thing with the school. The school is the Marcus Garvey ships. You know, give me the money. Once the school's built, you have salvation. Right. Same thing with Marcus Garvey.
If it may be 10, 15, 20 years down the road, whenever the school eventually get built, where you can have, hey, I told you. Look, I told you. You know what I mean? However long that may take. But I think as of right now, like his head got too big for the situation.
I don't know, man, because see, he has the property. People doubted that, but now they admit that the property is his. And he said, August, we're gonna what do you say? You know, open something up or start the construction. And then I listened to what he says. He says, we're gonna do this August. Then he says, right after that, God willing, we'll get this done. And I said, oh, that's the escape clause right there. I said, he's coming up with an excuse.
Right.
And then the fire was an excuse.
Like the thing is, the property is a condemned property. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go through all the red tape of that first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is going to cost money before you can start building on anything. So I think the stuff in August, I think that got something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? With the all the legal mumbo jumbo.
But the truth is, he shouldn't even bought especially spent. They say it cost him 400 G's, but the fact that he can't keep going in there is very suspicious, man.
Yeah, because it's a condemned property.
And like Leonard Otter was talking about, maybe he could have bought that waiting for somebody to buy it. One of those construction companies to buy that.
Yeah, it's a condemned property. Now, 400,000 may seem like a lot of money, but with the amount
it's a lot to waste on something.
Yeah,
right.
With the amount of space that property has, like let's say like if it was a used property, it could have been upwards of $2-3 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just being real. But with it being a condemned property,
that neighborhood brings the value down too, though.
Yeah, and the neighborhood, right? $400,000 really is not that much money.
I thought it was all right because the gym looked good. I gotta admit, the gym looks good. Even the haters can't deny that.
Real estate that he's getting, 400,000 ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I saw that.
That's why I feel disappointed, because he should have been moved on making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think his ass just got, you know what I'm saying? It got rolled up.
So I don't think he got caught up. I think this was it from the beginning, his scam. He had to purchase the school quickly because people were like, okay, man, this guy ain't getting no school. So now he's like, I got the school. Mm-hmm. So now bring me more money. I still said he should have opened up even one of those small ones, open up an office, get that one rolling. So you got an office, enrollment, all that kind of stuff, and fix the other ones. If he was serious, because that's how I roll with it. Because if I'm buying a property, I want something open, even for myself. Never mind just for the people. I want it to get rolling.
Right, especially if you got the credentials to be a part, you know what I'm saying, like a certified teacher.
So he says he never really showed the evidence.
You know what I'm saying? You should have been doing something, even if it's out your house, out of what, you know, you should have been.
That's his new scam. He's like, I'm gonna do an online school for boys. For I think I forgot the age, 14 or something. He said because of the corona. He's like, and I'm not going to charge you no more. I'm going to try not to charge you no more than $250 a month. Again, that's his slick talk. I'm going to try not to charge you no more than $250 a month. I mean, who is he qualified to teach people, and the certificate or whatever you get from him, where can that be transferred to? That's what we got to think about.
Yeah.
You know, who is he? But see, the only thing he could do with that right now, because nobody's going to buy it except for some development investment group, and they might just give him, at best, probably twice what he got, which ain't bad. But if they do give him twice that, then he really doesn't have an excuse for coming up with a school now, because now you got 800,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's stuck with it now. After you done bought a condemned property, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something with it.
I mean, one way or the other, he's going to get paid out of it because eminent domain or some private investors will buy it to build something else. Nowadays, what they're trying to do, they're trying to build apartment complexes for a lot of people these days. Yeah. So stuff like that.
Yeah. If that area will to get gentrified, then he got a jackpot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Lennon Otter pointed out, he's like, okay, the area has a lot of chemical bad land, and Delaware is known for companies dumping chemicals in it. Because I was thinking about moving there, and then people told me, nah. You don't want to go there.
If that's the case, then he's screwed. You know what I mean?
So I mean, I think the way he's looking now, looking bummy. He doesn't wear the shirt and tie anymore. See, when he first stepped on the scene, he was looking professional.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was rolling with him. I was like, I like what this man is saying.
I met him in 2010. He was sharp like that.
Yeah. And he carried himself a certain way.
Yeah, like a professional.
Now I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's going through a midlife crisis. He got the hair growing out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up with the
brother? They say he's homeless, and I'm like, that has the look of it, a man without a home, so he can't really put on the suits because you got to be able to iron shirts and pants and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like I said, I don't know what's up with the brother. I think that deep down, I think he's a sincere brother. But like I said, me personally, I just think he got caught up, and he didn't think this thing was gonna grow like it did.
I don't know. I think to me, he sounds like a guy who either didn't get his master's or PhD like he claimed, but may have gotten a bachelor's or something like that, and had dreams of getting bigger, but couldn't accomplish that. So now he's kind of freestyling and freelancing on his own and trying to make something happen. But now he's completely lost.
Yeah, I can see that.
But now this young Pharaoh.
This is my complaint about the whole thing. When we talking about Umar Johnson and Pharaoh and Nation of Islam, whatever, my big complaint is we continue to waste our resources. You know, keep giving our money, our time, and whatever. We're not getting nothing out of this stuff. It's frustrating to keep giving. I mean, we've been doing this for a long time, for at least the last 50-some years. Just give our money to these projects. You know, people giving us these pretty words or whatever, and we just, they just keep losing for us. And that's another reason why I believe that us as a community, excuse me, we no longer get the support from the 40 million plus, because they sick of it. Every time we give and get involved in something like that, our people, they losers. And people get angry at me because I call you a loser. That's what you are. Dr. King was a loser. He did not win the battle. He lost. Malcolm X was a loser. Elijah Muhammad was a loser. Marcus Garvey. All these people, they was losers. They lost the battle. They did not win. That's why we're struggling now in the manner that we're doing. And we keep throwing our money into these. Look, I understand people love the Nation of Islam. They love Louis Farrakhan. Can't you see? You had a little success, but it's not enough. See, yeah, you got a little success or whatever, but it's not good enough. We got to stop accepting failure, calling it a success. You a loser. You're not winning this. If you support me, and I can see already that I can't do what I'm talking about, I give it up. I can't make it. We need to hand this over to Yvette Cornell and Ados. I'll be happy to do that, no problem for me, because I want us to win. It's not about my ego. Well, I'm just gonna keep trying to. You've been trying for the last 40, 50 years. You ain't gonna make it. Farrakhan is talking about right now jumping on the mother wheel and taking off somewhere.
Well, that's coming soon. That's coming soon.
Yeah, he said it's coming soon. What? So these people here, they depended upon him. What they gonna do? They gonna be lost. All this money for 40-some years, lost, going nowhere. And see, that's why I don't understand. Now, you can do that, and they talk about the Mississippi campaign. Okay, why is it good enough for you to give these people and to keep giving these people your money? And they have shown you they cannot. They have shown you they cannot produce. They shown you they cannot produce. Not in the manner. And well, brother, things take time. I understand things take time. A reasonable amount of time. There's nothing wrong with a reasonable amount of time. You gave Farrakhan the Nation of Islam 40 years. Yeah, a little success, a lot of hype and whatever, but that's not good enough. The condition of the people, we're still in the same condition. Ain't nothing changing. All these debates and DVDs and all this other stuff that we've been doing for the last 50. It ain't.
You know the Nation of Islam guys, I thought that really did something.
Who is that?
That's the Son of Man and Royale.
Yeah.
They built stuff, but see, they're on Royale's case now, though.
Now I tell you about Royale. Now see, the thing about Royale, he caught up in this thing because he was using his followers basically for slave labor.
Yeah, that's what they say. I'm like, he built a good empire off of nothing.
Yeah,
it's like they tearing it down, man. I interacted with him a few times. I obviously challenged his belief that he's Allah in the flesh, but he's still stuck with the story. But I thought that he at least meant well, even though he's still I don't want to say psychopath, narcissistic type of individual who believes he's God and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah, he's zealot. He's zealot, most definitely zealot.
Yeah.
Eric Muhammad, he just bitter. You know what I'm saying? But like Sonny Man, at least he done built something on top of what he believed.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I've been there. I've been to his property before, and you know he's not getting a lot of money and things of this nature, but whatever little they have, they done pretty well there, and they self-sufficient almost, basically. They got chickens, and they got their own auto repair place. And if you are a member of his, you know, cult, I'm gonna say it's a cult or whatever. If you're a member of that, anything on the property you have access to. You don't have to buy or do nothing. Go to the bakery, get your bread. Any car on the property, you get it and drive and go do whatever you need to do. That's the way
cool.
he got it.
That's cool.
But the problem here is it's affiliated with religion, and it's affiliated with religion. It's some crap because I think he got about 4 or 5 wives too, or some crap. He got a lot of children. You know, all that old bull going down. So
that's why a lot of these guys break away and want to form their own crew. You know, so they can be the top man.
Yeah, to be top man, get all the booty. You know, that's what it's called. Get all the booty. That's, you know, I went to Farrakhan's here. I heard Farrakhan got 21 children. Because I know he got 9 by his wife, but I heard he got some Mexican children and he got some other babies out there or whatever. He never brings that up. I
wonder how he got with the Mexican women. You know.
Well, right across the border is Mexico because they got a place right there in Arizona.
Oh,
I'm glad you mentioned it. I want to ask you a question, Brother Taalik. That Criterion speech, I believe that was telling because I think like you said in your video, I think Farrakhan he about ready to get up out of here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that speech was telling. Because like he was saying some off the wall, like we know Farrakhan and his protocol when it comes to him speaking. That Criterion speech, he was saying some out of whack stuff, right? That you wouldn't use to hear Farrakhan say in a speech. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That to me, that I think that was a sign of saying, "Hey, I think he about ready to go." Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Who you think he gonna commission to run the nation after he gone? He hasn't designated anybody. He's just gonna leave it open like Elijah Muhammad did. And they fight for whatever, you know. It's just all gonna go down, and you're gonna have a little. So you think it don't inevitably fall, or you think somebody gonna pick up the baton and run with it? It's a personality cult. It's a personality cult. And when the personality dies, the whole thing.
Muhammad is the only personality that people want.
Just like when Elijah Muhammad died, that was the end of it. It just immediately fell apart. So when Farrakhan passed or leave or whatever, he go to the wheel, wherever he's gonna go, you know, because he probably ain't gonna die. They're gonna say, Minister Farrakhan ain't dead, he's on the wheel. No, okay, yeah. However you feel, he's not here with you. It's just gonna fall apart. Well, he didn't necessarily say he was gonna be on the wheel. You know, I don't know if he was saying he was going to be on the wheel or not. But.
Well, he says Elijah Muhammad is up there right now.
Yeah, he said Elijah Muhammad up there with Dr. Jalal. But I don't think he necessarily said that when he transitioned, he going to be on the wheel also. You know what I'm saying? So, but with him saying anything about the wheel, that kind of gave me, okay, I think it's about up for him.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's about 90 years old, so, you know. Yeah, he's really got to count down the days.
Yeah, he did say, "Don't expect to see me a lot." You know, whatever. Don't expect me to see. Don't expect me to see me soon, or whatever. This is going to be the last for a little while. You know, it's going to be a long time. Yeah, I think he's feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's looking pretty old though, so he's looking elderly.
Yeah, I mean, it's finally really getting caught up. My thing too, he make all these claims like people trying to kill him. And if people trying to kill you like that, sir, why haven't you filed a lawsuit, or why didn't you file for criminal charges to do people trying to kill you? Because that's murder. You talking about murder? But
you know, they got to look like victims all the time, then make it look like it's real. Okay, people are after me, but he did call for the killing of and the beheading of the people who killed James Shabazz, and that did come to pass. They put the heads in the park, so. So people who said that he didn't kill anybody, he's on record ordering the murder. He even used the word murder. He said, murder those guys.
Yeah, I think when it's all said and done, like I said, it's all about personality. I think personality. I think Dr. Wesley, I think he got what it takes to take it over.
I don't know. I think he's too boring.
No, yeah, he's boring.
But when it comes to recognition, he got it.
No, it's a personality cult. It's about your charisma, how clapping and joy. It's like a church. If you ever listen to Wesley Muhammad, he don't have that at all. He can't make you.
He's more intellectual. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care about no intellectual. They care about make me laugh. Get me to jump. You like TD Jakes or somebody. Jump for joy and let's do it Islam style. That's what it's all about.
Well, you have to do that. You have to keep the attention of the crowd, man. That's what Khalid Muhammad was able to do, man. Malcolm X. Keep the attention of the crowd and educate at the same time,
It's a person. See, look, I gave this as an example. The United States of America, after the Revolutionary War, that George Washington was the hero. He was the boy, he was the bomb. War hero, he was the first president, he was the bomb. And everybody in the country, George. But the country is not founded upon George Washington personality. When George Washington died or when he left the presidency, it was simply turned over to somebody else and keep turning over to somebody else, because that's not what it's about. It's not about people's personality. It's about this nation and the principles of this nation and what we want to do. That's what it's about.
That's what it should be about.
That's what it should be about. But when it comes to Nation of Islam or any of this religious stuff, it's all about the ones who's running it, the pastor or the preacher or the minister or whoever. It's all about them. It's not actually about what we're trying to do here. And same thing with Marcus Garvey. When Marcus Garvey died, that was the end of it. They couldn't keep going on. They couldn't keep going on. It was basically a personality cult. When he got deported, it all went down. Nobody had no idea how to keep this thing going. Even though they saw what we need to do, they didn't have no idea. And that's the position we don't want to be in. If I die, or if the main players, if we were able to get together and make a move, it should not be based on us being there. Whether we are there or not, every man, woman, and child should know this is what we need to do and this is what we're going to do.
Right. Well, with Marcus Garvey,
there was a movie.
When he got deported, like they lost, the UNIA lost millions of dollars. Like them people that had invested all that money.
Yeah.
In the container ship and just the like the membership in general, the federal government took all that away.
All of it away.
So you had families, you had black families back then that had invested damn near their life savings in the UNIA.
Yeah.
And when he got deported, it was gone.
Broke.
You know what I'm saying?
Broke.
So I could understand how the UNIA just like it was like it never happened.
Yeah.
Because the money wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And you had people that literally went from being middle class black straight to just poor. All in one group.
That's why Farrakhan should have been grooming up a successor instead of just trying to rule until he dies. And then, like he said, Tariq said, you got to have people fighting it out, or because it's gonna end officially, but it can't end because there's money that's coming through. So somebody's gonna say, I got to take this over.
It won't be the same without Farrakhan. It won't be the same.
Yeah, the only one that has the charisma is that Nuri Muhammad, but at the same time, he's a short guy,
Yeah, but he still don't have that Farrakhan punch.
But he got that look. He looks kind of like him. Did they say he was half? Half Iranian or something like that?
Yeah, half Iranian. Yeah.
I wonder if that's true or some bull.
No, Nuri said it out of his own mouth. He said that his father's Iranian.
Well, I mean, you know how these people lie, but.
Well, he said it on purpose. We don't know. That's all we can do is go by what they say. I don't know. And I don't care.
Like if you just look at Nuri, like you would, you know what I'm saying, would think that he would be the guy that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see no
actually
black,
want
no black
to be the one.
Yeah, you don't see nobody like that being no leader of the nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only one back in the day was Khalid Muhammad, man. My man, I always said, man, that's the leader of the nation of Islam I'd like to see.
But yeah, he had a complexion for the connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he had a connection for the connection. Well, I'm sorry, he did, because he was a Freemason too.
Yeah, I think Khalid, like, he wouldn't even been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did something. He said something out of line to make him disconnect. And I don't think that King College, I don't see how that could have been it, to be honest with you.
That was just the icing on the cake. They had already was making moves and on him, just the same way they done Malcolm when Malcolm talked about what you call it, chickens come home to roost thing. They was already messing with Malcolm way before that incident. That was just the main excuse they used to make that move on. That's all.
Right. So I think it's because Malcolm and Khalid, they actually wanted to start doing things.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the goal. That's not the goal of the nation.
I want to see something. I'm tired of all this old talk. You know, I'm tired. I want to see something tangible. I keep giving my money, $5 and $10, and keep getting zero back. Like, damn, come on. It don't even have to be for me. Show me the neighborhood, what you're doing. Show me the buildings that you bought. These people ain't not doing nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. How long are we going to continue to do this? That's my thing.
Yep. Farrakhan's that.
I want to say this before we close. Because I think we had this conversation on your channel in the description, in the comment section.
Okay. Yeah.
And you have made the statement, and it's true. When we talk about the Mississippi campaign or anything that we do, especially something on that magnitude, you cannot do nothing with Negro in the present condition that we are in right now. It's not going to work anyway. Your first step is you're going to have to go in and make some type of effort to change the mindset of the people. I'm not talking about no religion crap. We want you to convert to God. No, I just want you to convert to being a decent brother and sister. That's all. You know, I just want you to say, look, don't you want us to do better? Well, see, this is the behavior that you have to exhibit. This is what we got to do in order for us to change our life in this country. Can you do that? Can you do that for your grandchildren, your cousins, and people like that? It's a selling project. Even before you get to that point, you have to sell it to the people to see if they're ready. Because if they're not ready and have the right attitude, you're not going to be successful anyway. Because you can't do nothing with Negroes or the N-word. Rather, you can't do nothing with that. That's a lost cause anyway. So you have to, before you can even get to that point, you have to change the people's mindset so they can think differently. And I like the Mississippi campaign because has nothing to do with religion. We're just trying to make a selling point for you to help benefit yourself, your children, and us as a people. This is the best way to move. But if they don't want to do it, that's fine with me. I'll be happy to sit back, live another few days and die, and y'all on your own. Yeah, I wish y'all the best of luck. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But anyway, anybody got any closing remarks? We can.
Yeah, let me just say, I think, you know how my feelings are on the Mississippi campaign. I feel that it's, you know, something that could work once put into motion. Yeah. And that's the whole thing. It has to be put into motion by somebody. So other people could say, that's what I want to do. It's like that young Pharaoh when he showed that 100 G's. I already know what everybody was thinking. They were thinking, God damn it, I got to see what I could do to get that. You know, that's something set into motion. Whether he really got it or not, well, he probably did. You know, and
but you think that GoFundMe was fake?
You did point out that he didn't show anything where it came from or where it went to. Right. I'm sure. But you notice it wasn't GoFundMe. It was something called Fundly. I'm like, I never heard of that one. Yeah. I never heard of that one. I'm like, how come he didn't use a GoFundMe? How come he used that instead?
That's your website in the airport.
So I'm looking. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I never heard of that one. You know, I wonder how he got put onto that.
Now, did you see? Now, I don't know. My computer ain't all that hot or whatever. I was trying to see who these lawyers, because, you know, he did put up for a brief moment the papers that's supposed to have been filed. I didn't get a chance to really see who these lawyers supposed to be.
That's what I mentioned earlier. Like, it's a brother. I need to pull it up, man. It's somewhere on the back. It's a brother. He like I guess he screenshotted some stuff. And on that paperwork, like it apparently I didn't see the video. Apparently, John Farrell had a video where he posted the paperwork. And on that paperwork is where he said he saw the pro bono stuff on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how true it is, and I don't know if he was just trolling. I don't know. But that's where I seen the stuff talking about the pro bono stuff. How true it is, I don't know.
Yeah, look at that again, unless my man gonna go edit it. You know.
Yeah, I don't know if he edited some stuff just trolling. But I'm gonna go take a look at it again and post. You know what I'm saying? Like that video to see, like, you know, that's what had me kind of like, if it's pro bono, like maybe that's why he didn't do it through GoFundMe, because GoFundMe can get you for that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why he didn't do it through GoFundMe. I don't know. Like, it's a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something's up, man. And I'm like, where's the IRS and all this? Because when they see somebody getting 100,000, you know,
Right?
they can't just let that slide. Hey, how can you not report that? Oh, I got it through crowdfunding. Well, we don't approve of that to be tax-free. You know? And then his other thing was he wanted people to sign an affidavit saying, I donated something on the super chat. I didn't get my money back. So that shows me that he must have gotten a whole lot. I think when I did see that show, when he got that 1.5 million views, he did get a lot on the super chat. He wants that money. That's what it's all about. Because that's a lot of, even though they're gonna get 30%, but he wants that money.
But I tell you, suing somebody like Google is $1 billion corporation. You can be a billionaire yourself. It's an uphill climb because everything is in Google's favor.
Right. But see, even if he loses, even if he knows he's gonna lose, or even if he does lose, he doesn't give a damn because he got that 100 G's.
Yeah, right.
That's what it was all about. That's why Umar Johnson came out with that school, because he got more money out of having it. Now he came out with this fire excuse. If he would have showed, well, people probably wouldn't have been able to tell the fire from the other damage anyway. But if he would have showed the damage of the fire, he could have gotten more money, but he didn't show it. That's his problem. So, you know, but Farrell, that's another guy. Now he's trying to prompt himself up as a leader, is to get more money and more money. See, I know the pattern with these guys, man. They're all, somebody is directing these guys.
Also, if there's a fire like that, you the owner, when you get a report from the fire department about, you know, what caused it or whatever, when they give you a report over it, or you can get a report.
Yeah, well, I say this. I had a fire years ago, and I thought the owner of the property may have caused it, because I thought it was pretty suspicious, because I had to get up and go to a meeting. If I didn't have that meeting, I was going to stay in that day, and I would have been burned up. But it didn't start. It didn't start in my place, though. It started in the downstairs place.
Yeah.
But I went to the meeting. Then once I came back, the house was on fire. I'm like, my God. And to this years after, because I've been asking the police chief or the whatever fire inspector, I said, how, you know, what's the cause? Before he was saying undetermined. Or I kept calling undetermined. Then after that, click. So sometimes it can be undetermined, but usually there's some funny stuff going on. So
okay,
we'll see.
Well,
I mean,
on that note, I am happy and it's an honor that you brothers would join me in the last few minutes. I was just getting ready to shut her down. But I'm glad that you did come and join me. And I hope that everybody enjoyed that you did come and join your brother here on the Reality's Temple on Earth. And you welcome anytime. I'll put up the links. You know, sometimes I just feel like talking by myself. You know how it is. Sometimes you just feel like just talking by yourself. But oh, Jerry said, I'm here to support Alquan the Great.
Yeah, my man Jerry, what's up?
All right, Jerry. So Jerry's here to support Alquan the Great. Bring all the supporters of Alquan can come. Fill the chat room up. Do what y'all got to do. Matter of fact, if they knew this was scheduled, they probably would have showed up. You know, more people from your side would have came to support Alquan the Great. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Jerry. Like I
said, if you want to come on and you know, present your case. Whenever you're ready.
So yeah, I will do that when I get a chance. But
I think about bringing your girl Noble on to promote her book too.
Okay, I'll tell her.
All right.
Yeah.
Now you know, like I do. You know, I like to open it up for the questions now. So.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. I'm pretty sure she's want to. She don't mind supporting promoting her book. That's no big deal. Okay. And of course, myself, I will make an appearance, and I don't even think that we need to debate, really, brother MD20. We really don't need to debate no ADOS. We really on the same square, really, for real.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, nothing
like
really.
I said, the only difference with me is representation. That's it.
Yeah, right. So it's not no, you know. But yeah. Thank you, Alquan. Thank you, MD20. Matter of fact, I was calling you MD20. You remember back in the day that old wine, MD2020?
I hear it all the time, man. That ain't where I got my name from.
Yeah.
It's an old football number, but it kind of stuck. So
yeah.
But yeah, I get that all the time, man.
Yeah, MD2020. I can't forget MD2020 because my uncles drank the hell out of that stuff. It was either that or you remember Crown Royal in that purple bag.
Yeah, I hear it all the time, man.
Look, my people drank so much Crown Royal in that purple bag, my grandmother made a quilt out of it. Damn. But you know that quilt was a beautiful quilt because them bags was pretty, really. You know, them Crown Royal bags. they was pretty bag. My grandmother made a quilt out of it. Don says, well, Jerry says that it was a great show, and Don says debating really is just a waste of time anyway.
If it's about religion or Hebrews versus whoever, that's a waste of time.
Yeah, that's a waste of time.
You know, but if it's about something tangible, then you know it's not a waste of time. In my
one spooky versus another spooky. Okay, or whatever. Who got the best Casper? Okay, well, whatever. I'll let y'all have that one. I can't do it. And anyway, thank you, Alquan. Thank you, MD20. Thank you, Don and Rob and Burger King. Have it your way. And Mr. Karen, my friend from Belize, Don Earthman and Twin and Reality. And thank you, everybody in the chat room. It's an honor. And also, yeah, I'm glad that you reminded me, Alquan, about Sister Noble book. We are trying, and this is really sad. Young Pharaoh is able to raise $89,000, whatever. I'm trying to get 100 books of Sister Noble's books sold. You know, that's all I want is just 100. Can we do that for Sister Noble? I just want a minimum of 100 units sold. That's all. And it's absolutely free. You can go to Facebook, go to her God is on Trial Facebook group and join that. That's absolutely free. It's $14 for her book, and the link is in the description box. Support Sister Noble. We're trying to just start this thing, kick this off with 100 units. You know, let's just support the sister. You don't have to read it, give it to somebody or whatever, but I would like for you to read it. The sister did a very, very good job of putting her argument together, putting God is on trial. And actually, it's a little bit more than just about God is on trial, but it's a lot of other subjects and other topics that she chose too. But it's she did a really good job of putting it together, and let's support her doing that. Let us support Brother Alquan and subscribe to his channel. You don't have to like Brother Alquan or whatever. Let's just support one another. And I don't know if the MD 2020 have a channel. Do you, brother?
Nah, I don't.
Okay, he doesn't have a channel.
I just troll around other people's channels.
Okay.
Speaking of that, my troll channel that they took down. Well, that's what people call it, troll channel. When have any content, I appealed. They still never responded to me. So it's clear that they just want to take it down just because they didn't like it. I hate that.
But well, I'm shocked. I mean, they've been trying to for a little bit to take down my channel, but for some reason they're able to stay up. So they haven't been that successful. And really, I haven't really been talking, really hard like I was. I don't really talk about. It's really when I'm talking about white people, that's when they really hit you with these strikes. I'm not really talking about Caucasian people like that no more. I concentrate more so on what we need to do as a people in order to get out of this condition. They put us in this condition, but we're the ones that's keeping ourselves in this mess. And it don't make no sense to keep talking about them. You're not going to get any help from them, not voluntarily. You got to put yourself in a position where they have no choice but to do something. And that's what the Mississippi campaign is about. Putting yourself in a position, whether they like it or not, they're gonna have to respect that.
I think Talk Resolution page got took down then because they're on Facebook now.
Yeah, that's where they need to stay. They kept saying that they didn't want to keep building up. Every time they get taken down, I notice how they keep on trying to get right back on where they came from.
Alquan is an alumni of Talk Real Solution.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I listened to it faithfully for a while, man, and
the only reason why I used to listen to Talk Real Solutions is for Alquan and Tyrone Thompson. That's
that would be how it used to be. Like they just got a bunch of buffoons on there now. I don't know.
Yeah, that all facts took over. It's clear that he's the master now, man. My man can do whatever he wants. So he knows it.
I used to listen to him way back when, like, Debate Fridays. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's when it was good.
Right.
Then like Tyrone started letting other people host the show and it went to hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tyrone, man, he lost integrity with me, man. He's just an all-around liar.
Yeah, he lost integrity with me too because Alquan showed me with no doubt the information. Because I don't like people that false flag and then flag channels and stuff like that. And he showed it to me. And I asked Tyrone. I said, "Did you do that?" And at first he denied or whatever. I'm like, man, I saw he screen shared the information. You guys flagged him.
Wow.
What was he calling me? He was telling me, "Oh, you just believe anything people say," or some crap he was telling me. Forgot exactly how it went. But I don't like that. And I told him, I said, man. And then don't you know, I paid Tyrone to promote Soul Liberation Day, I think in 2017 or 18 or something like that. I paid him. And he never did promote my event.
Well, all facts, I'm paying him a whole lot of money because he took over the whole thing. Something. I mean, I just think, man, like I did go on there last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Because he kept telling the audience that, we can't get on YouTube because of Alquan.
Yeah.
He wants to bring us down for some reason. I don't know why. He's just crazy. I'm like, man, this guy knows why. He brought me down.
Yeah.
It try to say he flagged videos down on the Hard Code channel, or tried to. That was his so-called material. I said, let's say you try to flag your so-called material down, but I said you also flag stuff or try to flag stuff down that had nothing to do with you. He's like, no. He's like, which one was it? And I couldn't think of it at the time, but I did put it on the Facebook. It was up there already. He did. He tried it, but it didn't work. So, because they're onto him. Every time something goes down, I make sure I tell YouTube who is behind all this. So they keep an eye on these people, if nothing else. You know,
I know before we leave, I wanted to ask MD20, are you on this? You with ADOS with Yvette Carnell and Tone Topes? Are you riding with them?
I mean, yeah, I mean they the ones that came up with the moniker, you know what I mean, and the mission statement. So I'm with them on that particular aspect. Like just followers of them, no.
Okay.
But I do believe in their concept. If that's what you're asking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I just was curious because I didn't really know, because I know you got people like yourself who just follow, you know, basically the program, the system, the strategy that they put out. But you know, they got a whole lot of other stuff, little personal things and opinions that they got going on too.
No. I even went to the conference in Kentucky a few months ago.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I'm all in with their concept of how they. Now I know you got the you know the whole thing with Tariq with the Foundation of Blacks and all, like, nah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even though it's the same thing as ADOS, but it's ADOS, hey, and plus give me money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
Now I get they so that you gotta change your style up real quick. Watch.
Now Yvette Carnell,
I believe in their concept of what they hold true as ADOS.
Now I tell you, if it comes to a debate, I actually would like to, if I wanted to debate somebody that's shown me that they could really debate, keep their demeanor and whatever, and actually have an intelligent debate. I actually like Yvette Carnell. I wouldn't mind debating. I would debate her.
She'll destroy you.
I hate to say it, but I think she might too, man.
She'll destroy you.
Well, that's
depends on the topic. What topic?
Yes, according to what the topic would be. Well, the topic could be Mississippi campaign versus ADOS.
She'll destroy.
If you do that with her on that, you're gonna have to lay it out clearly and in detail now.
That wouldn't be no problem.
What you've really already done in the video, that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have the bullet points in the videos that you make, so it's already laid out.
And really, I'm just saying that would be. I'm not saying that I would want to debate her on those things, because ADOS and Mississippi campaign really similar. Whatever, it's not even worth really debating. It's more so could we work this together more so. But I like her. I like the fact that she can debate. She can debate. She's not emotional. She stays on point. You know, I saw her when she was going back with Tariq Nasheed, and I guess it just got to the point she let Tariq get to her, and she started losing her cool, you know, demeanor or whatever. And he's just a jokester. He's not serious about, you know. He just Tariq is a piece of trash.
That's why I'm engaged with the guy the other day.
Yeah, it's not that she let Tariq get to her.
Yeah,
she tried to get on the same level with Tariq, which I don't think she should have did.
Yeah, right.
She had some funny jokes though. I give it to her.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't think she should have stooped to his level, because the information is there. Like, hell, he got to use the same information that you got for the Foundation of Black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So I mean, she should have just left it alone.
No, he should have debated that Mink Slide album. That's what they should have debated on. What the hell was you thinking, bro? Wearing a raccoon around your shoulder. What the hell that animal was?
Supposed to be bringing real R&B with a white guy in a group. Huh?
Real R&B, and he was calling me old. I said, "How the hell you gonna call me old? And you singing some outdated Michael Jordan 1990s crap."
Before COVID started.
It looked like what?
I said he had a little tour lined up before COVID started.
Oh. Well, I guess that was a good excuse to call that off, huh?
Yeah. And you know, he never gave that money back. He's supposed to have that conference in Atlanta this summer or whatever, and he raised all this money to have this Black foundational meeting in Atlanta. Of course, that's not going to be able to happen. So he got all this money. As far as I know, he didn't return none of the money. Matter of fact, he said, if I don't make the goal, I'll give the money back. He didn't make the goal. He didn't give the money back. And he still haven't gave the money back. And you know that you can't have no conference like that in Atlanta with this, in the present condition with this coronavirus crap thing going on.
Yep. And where's that apartment building he was supposed to be building in Haiti?
Yeah, I think he's supposed to have pushed it back. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't know. I'm sick of these people, these scammers and liars and these folks. Even if you're sincere, if you're not producing, it's not good enough. Why don't we need to support folks with new ideas, new strategy, so that we can move forward? These things aren't working. If you're satisfied with nothing, and I guess a lot of us are, then so be it. I just sit back in the cut and watch. People tell me, you ain't did nothing, where your work? Hell, you supposed to be doing something and still don't have nothing. You have no more than I do. And whatever you got, my credit is high enough, I could probably go borrow the money to get on your level. And still, because you still ain't doing nothing. These people not producing anything, and we allow them and keep investing in them. What if this was the stock market? We'd be some broke son of a gun.
But those guys would be all right because they're getting that money. That's what it's all about.
It's all right for them, but it's not for you as an investor because you keep putting your money into something. You're not getting anything for your investment, nothing at all. Except for free speech. They might give you a free DVD.
Well, Taalik, now she's not going to give you that.
Somebody told me.
They give you nothing, Jack.
No, Taalik not giving you nothing. I asked somebody what Farrakhan do for them. They said Farrakhan gave them a free DVD.
Damn.
I'm like, what?
Guess for a lot of people, that's a life-changing experience, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, let me get out of here. Thank you, brother, for joining me. Thank you for those who in the chat room. Thank you for those who are listening. And those who will listen in the future. It's always an honor. I'm Angel Snub number 7. He's Alquan. He's MD 2020. And we out of here. I wish us love, peace, and soul.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.